Hey folks, and welcome back to Glenn and Adrian's Rock Talk. That's Adrian.
And that's Glenn.
And today we are going to debut an artist that we have not taken a look at before on the channel, but I'm familiar with him. I became a fan of his after Thomas Dolby put out his Flat Earth record, and there was a song on there called I Scare Myself by a guy named Dan Hicks. And I thought, who is this guy, Dan Hicks? And so I looked into him and became a big fan. He has this group. It has two backing singers, and it sounds a little like the Andrews Sisters, the way they sing, you know, and back him up. It's entirely acoustic. He was actually a member of the Charlatans, which was the first psychedelic band to come out of San Francisco back in '65. And so he was a big player in that whole legacy. A few years later, the band changed up quite a bit, and he went from drums to guitar and started playing his own songs. And then I think either the band split up or he moved on to create the Hot Licks. So we're going to look at a Dan Hicks and his Hot Licks song today, and it's going to be live on Flip Wilson. So that's going to be cool. Flip Wilson was a comedian from around that time period. We're talking 1972. So the album that this song was on, and the song is named By Hook or By Crook, like I'm Gonna Get Her by Hook or By Crook. It was on an album from 1971 called Where's the Money? There's the two backing singers. There's Dan, amazing fiddle player there, Sid Page, I think. Yep. And then Jamie Leopold on bass, I believe. So that's the whole band. And really funny stuff. And this is a live album. It's just got all songs that he had never recorded before. So we're looking at By Hook or By Crook. Adrian, have you ever heard of this band before? Or Dan Hicks? Or
Well, when I saw Dan Hicks' name, I kind of made that same connection to the Thomas Dolby album, The Flat Earth, because I remembered his name from that. Just like you mentioned.
Yeah. What do you know? Thomas Dolby was actually a connector to an entirely different genre of music, essentially. And those who haven't heard Dan Hicks, you'll see what I mean. The stuff tends to be pretty funny. The violin player is excellent. I'm expecting an amazing solo in here, and it's just a lot of fun. So why don't we check it out, and you can tell me your reaction afterwards, Adrian.
All right.
Yeah, I'm gonna get it. It's just a matter of time. Gonna lay it on the line. It's like a baby with a sweat on. It's like a cowboy with a saddle. We're together, I ain't nothing but a feather, but when we're not, this is a lie. Gonna take a mind, lay it on the line. It's going to get shook, crook, 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 crook. It's going to get shook. It's just a matter of time. Gonna lay it on the line. It's a baby with his sweat on. It's a cowboy with his saddle on. I'm going to get a hook, a crook, hook, a crook. Yeah, I'm going to get it. It's just a matter of time. Gonna lay it on the line. with his shadow. It's Cassius with his KO. I'm gonna hell on a say-so. Zippa hucka bucka, zippa hucka bucka, Santa Hucka, Santa Hucka, Santa Hucka,
All right. So what'd you think, Adrian?
I thought the musicianship was good, but why am I thinking of Benny Hill?
Yeah, I mean, it's funny music. Let's face it.
I was kind of wondering how I would have experienced this without the laugh tracks being added to it.
Yeah, you know, it's funny anyway. Like, I discovered his music by listening to the albums, and there's no laughter. Well, maybe a little bit on the live album, but his other albums don't have any audience or anything. And it's funny stuff. It's really quite a lot of fun to listen to. That's another one of those albums I like to put on for a road trip. It's just perfect for that because it keeps you in a good mood no matter what's going on the road. Maybe I should go over the words to the song just so you get an idea. Of course, Dan, being from San Francisco, he kind of writes in the hippie lingo that we are familiar with coming from that city in that era. See, well, listen close. If you really want to hear what she does, and it's on a separate line because the two girls sing does. That's, I think, Price, and I'll get the names of everybody in the band after that. There was also John Gurton on guitar. And that's what happens with Put It, and I think Miss It as well. So, well, listen close. If you really want to hear what she does to me each time we're near. Come this July, gonna put it in a book. Put it. I'm gonna get her by hook or by crook. Yeah, I'm gonna get her by hook or by crook. It's just a matter of time. Hook or by crook. We're gonna lay it on the line like a baby with his rattle and like a cowboy with his saddle. When we're together, I ain't nothing but a feather. But when we're not, I miss it a lot. Gonna take her mind, lay it on the line. Yeah, she's gonna get shook by hook or by crook. She's gonna get shook by hook or by crook. Just a matter of time. Gonna lay it on the line like a baby with his rattle and a cowboy with his saddle. You know, and like Cassius with his KO, like a beaver with his paddle. Like stuff like that. So Dan has a sense of humor, you know, and that's what I really love about his music. He passed away in 2016, so he's no longer with us anymore, but he did record some really great records with the Hot Licks. I think there's a total of 3, really 4 if you count the earlier one before Blue Thumb. That's the stuff to check out first with Dan Hicks, but he was just a funny guy, and it showed in his music, and it just puts you in a good mood.
Yeah, I guess I was just remembering you were talking about how this was on a Flip Wilson show, and it kind of makes sense.
Yeah, it works for a comedy show, you know.
Yeah.
But they were a very serious music act. I mean, you know what I mean. It's not serious music, but they were serious about providing a good act and having great players. So here, while I'm thinking about
serious about it.
I'm going to just make sure that I get everybody's name because not everybody is on the album cover. That's what happened. There was John Gurton on guitar. So yeah, it's Dan Hicks, of course, vocals and guitar, Marianne Price, one of the vocalists, and then Naomi Ruth Eisenberg, the other one. And she sometimes plays second fiddle. Sid Page was the violin player, the incredible player. He also plays mandolin. Jamie Leopold on double bass. And I guess the guitar player, maybe he wasn't actually in the band at the time because this Flip Wilson show happened a year after the album or, sometime after the album had released. So they probably added him because I know he was on the next record or two. That's probably how that went down. He's an amazing player, and he had some good originals, too, that he brought to the group. But, yeah.
I thought the violin playing was awesome.
Yeah. Yeah, to me, this is perfect soundtrack music for reading your R. Crumb cartoons, or something like that. Maybe the Freak Brothers, I don't know. So that's kind of the attitude, and it always puts me in a good mood because it's funny, it's a little goofy, on purpose, and it works. It works for me. It works for me, as Hunter used to say.
Yeah.
So, any closing thoughts, Adrian?
Well, just yeah, it was. I had a difficult time figuring out how I should react to this because it is pretty funny.
Yeah,
but I recognize the musicianship too, and I was wondering, did they mean it to be funny, or I guess they did, though.
Oh yeah,
that answers my question.
Oh yeah, it's a whole act, on purpose. Dan's kind of doing funky dances with like one foot in the air slowly, and then it comes back. Everybody was had that attitude. So I was lucky. I got to see him in 2009. I actually brought Mom because it was right up there in Massachusetts. We went to the Somerville Theater, I think. And he played there, and we were in the front row. It was awesome. Yeah, it was great. It was great. Yeah. So, okay. Well, folks, why don't you let us know what you thought of this? Were you familiar with Dan Hicks? Were you familiar with the Charlatans? What did you think of the style of the song? Do you want to hear more from this group? There isn't much in terms of video, but they have some really great songs. There are a couple other video clips out there, but yeah, give your thoughts in general. And if you have other suggestions for us, you can leave those below. And if you enjoyed this video, please give it a like. And if you enjoyed the presentation, please subscribe. All right, thanks so much for joining us today. We'll catch you on the next one. Take care, folks.
See you all later.